Hello folks, welcome to Walkie Talkie. I want to talk about something very quickly. Now this is a topic that has been bouncing around for a while, but it's actually had claimed a victim right up in the West Highlands, aka Oban, right? You have diesel trains known as 156s and more laterly as well 153 add-ons. Right, and this time of year, either very early in the morning or very late in the evening to midnight, the trains are like fridges. The Scotrail customers have actually had to get on the train with duvets, bed warmers. They plug in bed warmers, use the onboard charger port to keep warm. Wearing coats that more look like lagging that goes round the side of a hot water tank type thing. And Scotrail continuously said 156 class trains have had a variety of faults on their heating system. The thing is, these class 156s were brought in 1989, built at Metro Camel in Birmingham, right? And you'd honestly think Birmingham, of all places, would equip the trains with robust and more or less foolproof heating for the trains. Nope. But recently, as in within the last week, an elderly gentleman got on the train to go over to Cairnlark, and he actually became hypothermic and hit the ground, concussing himself. That's pretty serious. He had to spend a night in the lawn hospital, and he was concussed, so he was very confused. But he only did spend a day in hospital and was returned to his loving family. Now, this problem has been going on year in and year out, and to be honest, it's not just Oban, it's anywhere that has a 156, really. The heating fails, and maintenance crews also fail to actually look into it. There's a lot of the heating infrastructure within these trains that are no longer sourceable for parts. That's another problem. Instead of going, right, okay, maybe get the trains all in for an overhaul, and nah, that's too sensible, right? So, I mean, you know how much I like travelling to Oban myself. I don't really like using the train. I prefer the bus, but for this point in time, travelling to Oban will probably be done by a train. It's not a nice thought of having to be literally jacketed up like a hot water tank / boiler. You know, it's not the nicest thought. Just going, on the way to somewhere I quite frankly love. Scotrail did eventually apologise. Why did it have to be an eventual? Why? Now these West Coast Motors buses, right? They have been absolutely futuristic compared to these class 156s. The driver can adjust up and down the temperature during the journey. You've got an onboard toilet. I don't know about the Wi-Fi, but someone else can ask that question. The buses are open. I thought more bus routes are 74, 25 plate, 75 plate buses, so you're getting something that's fairly box fresh out of showroom. The vehicles can be a much more comfortable experience because the heating and the aircon buses are very, very, very much foolproof. I've not actually ever heard of an Irizar having trouble with its aircon, but you know, I'll try not to touch wood on that matter. Yeah, the trains, what they need to do is either get a massive immediate overhaul to heating systems on these 156s, or take the 156s off and replace them with like 158s or 170s. I mean, the trains would be, you know, the 170 free carriage trains would be actually what you call platform compatible, because open trains run 3 carriages, a 156 train at 2 carriages and one 153. So honestly, they could actually get a 170 very, very comfortable, very luxurious compared to a 156. 158 isn't too bad as well. They've got the opposite problem to the 156s, where the 158s cope badly in summer. Bad. Oh, that's bad, bro. So yeah, I'm gutted to hear a man of elderly age had become hypothermic and collapsed. That's something that should have not happened. But hey, you know, we're living in the world of that shouldn't have happened all across the board. So I'm going to wrap things up and I'll catch you soon.